in the attacking part of the squad. If you can get some quality depth in this center back position and the defensive positions, that'll certainly help.
Ball flipped over. Ceballos doesn't quite go in the direction he wanted.
Casilla, the goalkeeper, is the oldest player in the starting 11. He's 31, so he's driving the average age of the squad. I actually did the math. It's 23.1.
No one said there was going to be math.
Yeah. That wasn't my goodest subject in school, but neither was English. But the youth is on display here for Real Madrid, and if they can get past Leganés, which will not be easy, obviously, this will help them to, I guess it'll make the Real Madrid fan base feel a little bit better about the future of the club.
Ball launched long, giving chase to Asensio. Cannot track it down. Asensio, 21 as we speak, but on Sunday he will turn 22. And you speak about Casilla. This is his second stint with Real Madrid. He was one of those plethora of goalkeepers who were sent away during the days of Iker Casillas. National team boss looking in. And, well, I don't think we're sharing any secrets out of school. I don't think he's looking at too many players in white.
Yeah.
World Cup on the horizon, and that's also something when you think about it. A lot of pressure, not just on the big names, as Casilla clears it away under pressure, but the likes of an Asensio, the likes of a Vasquez. What can they do off the bench?
Absolutely. You're talking about Vasquez, Asensio. Obviously, Carvajal will be in the mix for La Furia Roja. We see Leganés, if they can put some pressure on that back line, that might be able to disrupt the Real Madrid attack and maybe create a turnover deep in their attacking third, put pressure on Casilla.
Advantage played, but quickly disappears as the pass from Mayoral goes awry. Far side Roman escorted to the ground right in front of the Leganés faithful, who let the ref know what they think about the no call. Asensio chopped down. That's going to be a free kick, and the blades flashing here in the early going.
There's an attacking player for Real Madrid to look out for that has shown some promise. It is Marco Asensio.
Ceballos. Sevilla youth product. We were talking about this before the match. It was a bit of a risk for him to accept the deal to move from Betis, where he was a star, to Real Madrid, especially when you consider there were other teams like a Barcelona that were knocking. But he's only appeared in 6 league matches, only started 2 of them. Although he has started now the last 5 cup matches for Real Madrid.
And for a player of his age, it's that question. Ooh, that's a tough challenge there.
And that might be the last warning. Gerard Gumbau, who spent last year at Barcelona, and Jose Sanchez trying to put out the fire.
Gerard Gumbau sounds like a Catalan name. But to the point about Dani Ceballos, he's the one that gets fouled there. When you're 21 years old and you're talented, and then Real Madrid comes calling, there's a debate in your mind. Is it play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, or and sacrifice playing time? And that's the decision Ceballos has made. He sacrificed playing time, maybe advancing his career to be a part of one of the great clubs in all of, not only world football, but just in sports in general. So
did it work that well for James, who had some interesting things to say? James Rodriguez, the Colombian star, now out on loan at Bayern Munich. Vallejo wide, Theo Hernandez.
I know some Real Madrid fans are faithful would be very happy to have James back in this group.
They have not been that active in the transfer wars as the pass for Carvajal goes awry. In fact, you take a look at the remaining teams in contention for the European title. Barcelona has spent the most. Part of that is because some of PSG's purchases are deferred, but those 2 teams clearly atop the list. Real Madrid down at the bottom, less than 50 million spent, which it almost looks like a misprint considering Florentino Perez is still in charge.
Yeah, it's one of the world's richest clubs, and they've been a little bit tight with their budget and their money in the transfer market. Maybe there's faith that the youngsters from Real Madrid Castilla will come up and take over the mantle and prove to be a side that wins a lot of trophies. Who knows what the philosophy is, but it is unusual that Real Madrid don't spend the money that other big clubs have, because they have just as much money as everyone else.
In fact, if you take a look at financial fair play, they have money to spare in buckets. This is a bit of a concern. Landing hard is Vallejo. Might just be the air knocked out of his lungs. Slowly getting up on that far side. In fact, he's still down. And now the attention from the assistant referee, and it doesn't look like he's reaching for air, reaching for his leg instead. But he's off the field, so play will continue. And at the moment, Real Madrid, a man down.
We're looking at just
that's not good. Grabbing that hamstring